Hi, I'm Caro, your Kristal AI virtual advisor. Welcome to Kristal Pulse for Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. Let's dive into today's market insights. US stocks hit fresh records Monday, with the S&P 500 closing at 7,173 despite rising geopolitical tensions. Oil prices surged as US-Iran talks stalled. Brent crude jumped to $108 and 23 cents per barrel, reigniting inflation worries and pushing treasury yields higher. Meanwhile, big tech momentum continues with Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft each up over 10% in April, heading into this week's critical earnings reports. With 84% of companies beating expectations so far, the bar is extraordinarily high. Memory stocks dominated this week, with SanDisk surging 8% and MU up 5% ahead of SanDisk's earnings. Multiple analyst upgrades fueled the rally, including Morgan Stanley raising SanDisk's target to $1,000 and Melius Research initiating buy ratings with targets implying 36% upside for SanDisk and 41% for MU. Snap jumped 8% after Rothschild Redburn upgraded to buy, citing improving profitability with the core business approaching break-even. NVDA climbed 4%, finally breaking out to new 52-week highs on positive ChatGPT sentiment and increased TSMC capacity reports. Google rose 2%, hitting its first intraday record since February as investors digested recent TPU announcements ahead of earnings. Today's chart is a reality check. We're seeing U.S. speculative options volume spike to levels that rival the 2021 meme stock mania and the 2000.com peak. This isn't just bullish sentiment, it's euphoria-driven fear of missing out, overlaid against an S&P 500 at all-time highs. With oil above $108 and four of the Magnificent Seven reporting Wednesday, the risk is clear. This rally is running on emotion as much as fundamentals. Any earnings disappointment could trigger outsized selling. For investors, it's time to reassess position sizing and lock in gains where appropriate. Looking ahead, April 28th brings critical catalysts. The Bank of Japan announces its policy decision overnight, with rates expected to hold at 0.75%. Governor Ueda's outlook report will be closely watched for inflation and growth revisions. U.S. investors should monitor key economic data, including ADP employment and consumer confidence figures. Meanwhile, earnings season intensifies with major reports from Visa, Booking.com, Coca-Cola, and Spotify hitting the tape. Thank you for listening to this update. Reach out to your Kristal advisor for further information or any queries.